Back with some Tokyo Ghoul, cause why the fuck not? Let's go. I'm excited to play. It is 4 o'clock in the morning and we're ahead of ourselves. We're able to do whatever that we need to do, and that is the beauty and the beauty. I wouldn't say the beauty and the beast, but that doesn't really make sense, does it? So yeah, so we're back with a another Tokyo Ghoul stream. We're gonna be hearing me talk because we're gonna be doing a lot of videos in the background. But it's gonna be a good time and be fun time, and I'm glad I'm gonna be able to take you on a journey with moi. Because if you wanted to be in a journey with moi, then possibly this is the best place. We have a couple of videos. We have about an hour left of video, so it's a lot, but we'll somehow make it out alive. We still have so much time. We're at 290. So what I'm gonna do right away. I'm gonna do the event conquests. I'm gonna do this, and even though I can upgrade them, we use it. This is the first one we ever add, so it's pretty weak. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Because they're doing well, because they're having a wonderful day on this 12th December 2024. We are playing one of my favorite games, a game that I've been loving lately, which is Tokyo Ghoul Breaker of Chain. Not to self-sponsor, but if I was to self-sponsor, I would possibly do something like this. So we're playing a stream in the background, but we're also talking about a movie, and that movie is Hungover Game. So you probably never heard that movie because it is one of those amazing movies that is a testament of time. Hunger Game. I'm fucking tired. I'll tell you what, okay? I'm fucking tired. The Hungover Game is a parody movie. It is a satiric version. It is a comedy based on other movie. It is something that is very present during this time. But the problem with movies like that is they're not really relevant in the future. However, when you watch them that time, it's actually kind of fun. So Hungover Game is part of two movie mashup together. We have the Hunger Game and we have the Hangover, which is one of my favorite movie with now I'm gonna forget the name of the character, except for Alan, except for Bradley Cooper, and except for the dentist. Holy shit! I watched so many times those movies and I should remember, but I don't. So, long story short, we are in a position where, once again, the movie start, and it's fun because the movie start in a very similar to Hangover fashion. They respect the character, they respect the way they're acting, they respect the writing behind it, right? And it's to a certain degree, it's actually quite. See, the other thing with the movie, right? The thing with the movie is a mashup once again of the two movies of Hangover and Hunger Game, right? But you can tell that they were a bit more of an Hangover fan because there's a lot more. So the beginning is the Hangover. The way you mash into the Hunger Game is actually quite nice. The reason why it's a of time is because those movie, I think, in the weirdest way, those movies actually really aged correctly. So you're watching at Hunger Game that really aged wonderfully with the new song of Bird and Snakes, I think, with the past of the Commander Snow. Dude, I'm so tired. I'm mixing. I am mixing freaking Game of Thrones and Hungover Game. I should go to sleep, but fuck it. Let's not go to sleep. The airs are going nuts today. Curly hair, don't care. So yes, there's this new book, but Hunger Game, to me, Hunger Game is actually kind of special because it is nowhere near as good as as I would say Thriller Park Boys, but a trilogy of the Lord of the Ring. It is nowhere near as good as Harry Potter, but it's still something that I enjoy reading a lot. I think the story is fascinating. I think the revolution is fascinating. I think Katniss is an amazing character. The only reason why it falls short is because I do feel like when it's not from the Hunger Game, the story is actually quite boring. But that's just me. That is just me. So the Hungover Game, is it a good movie? It's okay. There's what I really like is with the different universe. So we're gonna go fucking weeb. We're gonna go fucking anime. We're gonna get fucking nerdy in here. And it's like a universe. So you have different universe, you have different districts, and there's one of them that is a porn district. Of course, I would have went to porn before. There's the puppet district. There's the hero district. There's the villain district. There's the Canadian district. I added in there because I'm Canadian, so why not? So the story is actually quite nice. It's the biggest flex of this movie is also its biggest weakness. Biggest flex of this movie is, and it's really good if you know the base material. It's really good, but if you don't know the base material, it sucks. And the biggest downfall of this movie is, if it wasn't for the original source material, nobody would give a shit. So you're in a position where you're relying on two other series, and like, yeah, I fucking love those series. But it's a movie. The movie, it's a bit fun. It's not really fun. It's one of those movies. For example, right? If it's the American Pie, so American Pie is a classic. I fucking think they're a hilarious movie, but the reason why we watched them so much as a kid was because there was porn in there, right? And I think the reason why it's a bit more of an adult version. They're relying on substance abuse. They're relying on alcohol. They're relying on tits, which is something Hangover does also. But I don't know. I don't know. I enjoyed the movie. What I really like was they kind of break the fourth wall. For example, in this one we have Caitlyn Jenner, which was then Bruce Jenner. The fact that we have on videos Bruce Jenner is kind of a mindfuck because most people they'll call this their dead name. They'll call this their ex identity, the person they were before the transition, a person that is dead, right? There's also breaking the fourth wall in the sense of, one of my favorite is we're talking about Katniss Evergreen, which is played by Jennifer Lawrence. Now, Jennifer Lawrence, super cute, super pretty, but also hypersexualized. Now, I'll be completely honest, and I'm not here to do politics. I do believe that Jennifer Lawrence sexualized herself. Kind of like a Sydney Sweeney back in the day, kind of like a Megan Fox before that. So the fact that she's sexualized, you see, we talked about that part before. You see Hermione Granger or a Emma Stone, not Emma Stone. What was the name? Emma Watson. See, I don't like shit. I look tired. I speak nonsense, but somewhere in there's a mad genius. Okay, more mad than genius. Okay, more tired than awake, but still. So we have this, and they're making fun of the fact that she's sexualized, and then in the movie she's a certain age, she's 17, right, which makes the whole thing illegal. Now, technically speaking, the reason why they're able to pull it off is because one of the main characters is like, yo, she's 14, don't go out with her. But when Jennifer Lawrence actually played Katniss Evergreen, she was very young and she was very sexualized. So they're making they're breaking the fourth wall. Also, there's a part where they forget Doug, which, if you like the movie Hangover, you know exactly what's going on. They forget Doug. They always forget Doug, and he's part of the group, but he's not part of the group. He's not on the cover of the show. And he's like, "Yo, we're gonna give you more lines. We're gonna get you everything that you want." And it's kind of cute because it doesn't happen. But I don't know, the fact that they're able to say that, the fact that they're able to say, okay, well, fuck those movies, but at the same time we respect those movies, actually quite nice. And that's pretty much it. There's a lot of over exaggerated humor. There's a lot of immature humor, but I like the fact. So, for example, right, we're gonna take another movie like in the same genre, which is Meet the Spartan. Meet the Spartan was a movie that I didn't even like, but it was a movie based on 300, which is a movie that I adore. And because it was that, I was able to laugh at it. I was like, okay, you know what? Fuck, that's kind of cool. There's also this movie called Vampire Sucks, which is a parody of a movie called Twilight, or a trilogy, or I don't know how many fucking movies they made for Twilight, but Twilight was huge, and the fact that you're able to laugh at those is important. You know, take some liberty with the source material. Take some liberty with what is going on in front of you. Why? It's actually quite simple. Per example, right? Just give you a random example. If you wear to see it's kind of weird in a lot of ways, but it's not weird. So I was talking about this. I don't know if I was talking about this or the one before, but I was talking about the Ring of Power, which is a art that is directly inspired by the world of G.R.R. Tolkien, which is the inventor of the Hobbit, the inventor of Lord of the Ring, right? And in his book, it was in very small details, but in this book, the bad guy, which is the orc, were born via the mud, so it made them more creature than human. It made them more monster, and when you kill them, you're like, okay, well, I don't care, they're not human. But now we in the Ring of Power, they said no, no, they were able to feel love, they were able to have kids, which completely is retconning the thing. Now, I didn't like that, and a lot of people were very mad at that. Now, I know what you're saying. Ing, what's the difference between rewriting something like this and the parody? Well, it's very simple. See, the parody are a complete mockery of the original source. They're like, you know what? We're gonna rewrite the whole thing. The Ring of Power is more so a case of, well, we need that for narrative purposes, so we're gonna rewrite retconning. And see, the thing is, and again, I mean that with every single ounce of respect in my body, which is about 17 kilos, right? Do I think that Hunger Games revolutionized the world of literature? Do I think that the Hangover 1, Part 2, Part 3 revolutionized the world of comedy? Do I think that G.R.R. Tolkien rewrite the complete literature for fiction? Absolutely. Absolutely. You wanna know something funny? So if you look at those periods of time, right? And I know this is not about the Hangover game, but fuck it. If you look at those periods of time, right, which was the 80s, a lot of really, really popular book came out. Animal Farm, to name a few. 1944, George Orwell's Lord of Flies. I'm forgetting something. Am I? Fight Club. Yeah, that big movie. I'm forgetting something also. American Psycho. Yes, I went there. See, all of those books were super popular. None of them were fiction. Or Ring was fiction. And he was revealing everything. That's it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy Yinks. Welcome to the show. If you're doing well, because you're having a wonderful day, night, morning, evening on the 12th of December 24. I'm pretty tired. We're playing Tokyo Ghoul, so you're gonna see me be unfocused, but I want to create some content. And sometimes you have to pull in the midnight oil. You have to work a little bit harder than the neighbor because you want that piece of pie. And there's only one left, right? So we'll be reviewing season 2. Well, the first part of season 2, which is episode 1 to 5, which is kind of cool because the season is 10 episodes. Gonna do 1 to 5 for season 2 of Cobra Kai. So without further ado, let's freaking go. We got Lawrence who gets a computer. So again, we're not doing a review, we're doing also a recap. And it's kind of funny because Lawrence, see, kind of tough to say, right? In the first season, we saw LaRusso often being proud of his karate heritage and being very set in the way of Miyagi. Lawrence is the same, but he's more set in the 80s. He's more set in that period of time, right? So it's not so much about the character, but about the badass Dan. So he gets a computer, and it's kind of nice because the computer is for the karate, the dojo. It is because Rhea created a website, right? And then he used the computer, and he kind of falls in love with it until he see that LaRusso made an ad, and it's kind of nice because once again, it's interesting narratively speaking. Like, okay, how did you get to see that this guy was? Oh, guess what? We have a challenge ball. How did you see that this guy had? You know what? Fuck it. Bloopers. I'm gonna go sleep. Okay, and I'll be back in about fuck sakes. Yeah, I'm gonna go sleep a little bit because I'm tired, and I want to do some good content. So, if I have to sacrifice a little bit of work, then we're good. Sorry, guys. I have 3 hours. 3 hours. Let's do this. Let's do this. This will claim all and this will send all. At least we have this. Exclusive. See, the salvage, the RC is gonna be easier. It'll be quicker also. Okay, fucking tired.